Right on, my handsomes. So, something a little bit different today. I'm going to do a technical video on how to set up basic timings for a dash display using SimHub. So we're going to open up SimHub. It's the main software that a lot of sim racers use to interact with the games for things like controller outputs, display outputs, shakers and moving rigs and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to start off with Dash Studio. So on the left hand side we're going to select Dash Studio and we are going to create a basic dashboard. So we're going to create a new dashboard. You put your name in, and click OK. It's going to tell me that one already exists because I've already created it, and that's down the bottom. So we're going to select more options and edit dashboard on the bottom right. We're going to do this the quick and easy way. So we'll start with the tools. So in your Windows toolbar, the toolbar within SimHub that says Windows, select Toolbox and you will be displayed with this toolbox tab. We're going to dock it so it can stay put. We're going to scroll right to the bottom and we're going to select quick components and we're going to select lap, current lap time. This box has got another property attached to it, so we're going to go back to our Windows and select control properties. We're going to dock the control properties. That's screen properties. Don't want screen properties. Don't want output properties. Hide that one. We want this properties. So we're gonna float it. I think it'll be easier. Okay. We will expand it. Me and my wonky hands and wonky eyes. Right. At the top, we've got position. So the top two measurements are for positioning, and then the next two, width and height, are width and height of the box that you're going to have your time set in. If we want just the time showing, which is the simplest form you can have, if we click test dashboard, it will open up the dashboard, and oh, didn't want to do that, that's a bit much. Okay, we'll reduce that down. You will have just the time showing. So we'll click stop dashboard test. We'll center it. The background color is the color that's showing through, so you can have that any color you like. We will go for transparent because it's going to just show black, as the background of the actual panel is black. Then you have a border style. This is where you change the thickness of the border. So you would change the thickness of the border. We're going to select 10 and then a radius, which you can do it in increments. We're going to type in 20. The border color, which is the next next one down, we're going to select white because that's just how we're going to keep it for this one. And then you can tune each border as you like it individually. So if you wanted to reduce the border for the right hand bottom and give it sort of a cat's eye appearance, then you can, but for simplicity we are going to keep it at a set. Radius. Effects, blinking effects, we don't need to worry about that for this particular effort. The next one is the display, the actual time properties that we're going to select for this part. So we've got the time as it's shown and the time and file format. So it's going to be minutes, minutes, seconds, seconds, and then hundredths. There are different options that you can select. So if you wanted to go for hours, hours, minutes, minutes, you can. But we're going to go minutes, seconds, tenths, or hundredths. The next is your horizontal and vertical alignment of the text. So we will minimize that one. This is where you align your text to where you want it. And then your font. So there are different fonts, and each one has its own characteristics, same as you would find in any Word program or document program. How you want it is entirely up to you. LCD mono is quite a cool one. So that looks quite cool. And then the font size, again, you can increase as you like. And then your font style as whether you want it italic or bold or normal. Bold even gives you extra bold if the actual font allows it. The color of the font, well, the color of the text rather. So quite a lot of this is quite usual for what you would find in like a Word program. At shadow blur, text effects, we aren't going to worry about any of that for the moment. And we aren't going to worry about the monospace text effects. This essentially is our dashboard. So if we click test dashboard, in the background I've got Assetto Corsa running with a car on track, sat in the pit lane, and that is the counter of the time that the vehicle's been sat there running. And then we can stop. So what we need to do next is we need to give this a label. So now we're going to click on the right hand side, layer, and we're going to dock this again. We're going to pick up the current lap time and drop it into that layer folder. We're going to click the chain, which is toggle as a group. And then within this, we are going to go back to quick component. Sorry, we're not going to go to quick component. I'm telling you lies. We're going to go to text at the top. And we're going to drag text down to here. Now if we just leave that where it is and test dashboard, it disappears. You can hardly see it. So what we need to do is we need to bring the text into there, and this is where your layering comes into effect, and it will determine what is shown on top of where. So we need the text, and we want to go to the properties for text. We'll undock it. We will then come down to the position. We will manually move the position to where we want it. The border style we'll not worry about because this won't have a border. The alignment, the script itself for the font, we can change. So let's find a font that probably works quite well with the one that we've used. So a nice clear font. Lila Wade, let's go with that one, shall we? That looks quite a clear font. We will then put into text box. Right there it says text. We will type in lap time as you can see it's disappeared, so we will extend the box and we will shrink the box to clear the numbers above, because we're going to give the text box itself a background color. So we're going to go back to the top of general and we're going to change the background color to black. If we then go to test dashboard, you have your lap time overlaid over the previous box, and then that provides you with a lap timer for that situation. On the right hand side, if you click the layer box, you can then move the whole layer around. So you could have multiple things within that layer, and you can move the group of items that are within that layer around, as opposed to moving them around individually. If you see they're highlighted separately with a red box, they can be moved around individually or as a layer. This can be repeated for the another lap time box. So if we go to clip quick components and go to lap and go to best lap time, we're then presented with another red box, and we're going to match no, we're not. We're going to expand that. I don't want to expand that. Let's dock that one for a moment. The current lap time, we need to see the properties. We want to know what the width and the height are for the boxes, and we're going to transfer. So they want 424 and 116. In there we want to go 424 and 126. That should give us the same as the lap time box. We are then going to come to border style We're going to repeat the whole process again. So we want 10 and 20. Collapse that. Blink effects we're not worrying about. Display we're not worrying about. The time we're going to select the same if I can remember which one it was. Try and find the one that we want. LCD mono. And then we're going to make it the same. Again, we're going to take from here what we need. We're going to go 53 normal, extra bold. Properties. .53 extra bold. And then we're going to go test dashboard. Of course, I've got no best time lap or best lap time set, so there's nothing to indicate or show. And we will click stop dashboard. Next, you want to create a new layer. Move your new best lap time into that layer. And then create a new text box, same as before, and drop that one into there as well. And the properties we are going to basically copy across again. And it was Wally UI. Double click that. Properties. And we're going to shrink the box, expand the box. The text in the font is going to be best lap. And we will bring that down to where we want it. And go back to general and give the box, the actual box itself, a border, and we're going to go black. Test the dashboard, and there you've got your 2 lap times. So I hope that's helped to demystify a little bit of SimHub Dashboard Creator. That's all we're going to do on this video. I'm going to do another video on doing a delta and doing tire temperature boxes in a different video. So yeah, hopefully this has helped some of you be able to create your own timer boxes for your additional displays for your sim racing. So it's me, Jam First. Ride on, cheers and gone.